Okay, Jake, we are back.
Yay.
You know, I hate to say it, but I'm getting kind of good at this, flipping things fast and making things happen. But
Thank goodness, because we are getting awfully close. Adrian Pexpong should be coming up here anytime. And I have no idea when we went off. So I guess as far as updates,
you were just going through
team points.
Team point stuff. So yeah, 3A. We were talking about that. So real quick, we want to. They did get a shout out. Yep, there goes some cheerleaders,
cowgirls down there,
and they heard us actually talking about them. So they have several seniors that are part of that squad, and but yeah, by far best cheerleaders in the state, easily. Like you said, they look professional, but they also they're loud. Yep, there we go.
Now up on mat number 5, 7th place match at 120. Mitchell Williams.
Cheerleaders are on their way. Looks like we're checking in on mat 2. So Adrian Pexpong again for the Cowboys at 126, going to be up against Carey from Independence.
You know, that's something else I want to point out. We have had a really good, our guys, they report to the mat right away. Boom. And Boyle's checking in now.
30, that's 32 down here.
That's 32?
Yes, it skipped 26. So
okay, so we have Lyndon Pexpong.
So Lyndon Pexpong, 132's out on the mat. He's up against his opponent Boyles from Burlington, Notre Dame. And just as a reminder, I mentioned this earlier, they did in fact meet yesterday, and Pexpong came out on top, victorious by a score of 10-0. So we very well could have two wrestlers out on the mat, brothers out on the mat. Boyles in on a shot there. Pexpong does a nice job fending it off. Cross face hard, coming around, trying to come around the ankle, step over that ankle. Once again, really good cross face there. Underhook actually now. Nope, they're going to come to their feet and break it up. So no score here in this first period between Lyndon and Pexpong, 132-pounder up against Colt Boyles from Burlington of Notre Dame. Shot attempt by Pexpong. One minute remaining here in this first period, no score. Half shot attempt by Boyles. Another shot attempt by Boyles. Underhook, block off by Pexpong. He's going to actually grab that front head. Looks like I didn't know if he's going to do a cement mixer there or what. Boyles does a nice job of clamping down on Pexpong. He just kind of stuck there. He can't go around behind. Just clamping down. Pexpong does a good job of grabbing that ankle, flattening Boyles out actually. Down to 20 seconds remaining here in this first period. Now Boyles just comes through the crotch area there. Yep, they actually awarded the 3. Pexpong came around the waist and stepped over that ankle, so he's going to get the 3 right here with about 7 seconds remaining here in the first period. And that's going to be the end of your first period. Nice job there by fighting tough to get that 3. Again, Lyndon Pexpong for the Clarion Goldfield Dallas Cowboys here in the consolation side, going for 5th place.
Adam Carey, Independence.
Yep.
He'll be on 3. Which one would you like to do, Dave?
I'll do Lyndon. You do Adrian.
Sounds good.
So getting started in Lyndon's again, as he will get the 1-point escape. He had chose down position, so now leads by a score of 4-0.
And just real quick again, Adrian Pexpong at 126 up against Carey from Independence, Iowa.
Kind of half shot attempts by both Linden and Boyles. Boyles does get in on the single, trying to take it to a double, but Linden sprawling back, blocking him off right on the edge of the mat. They'll go off.
Back over here on Adrian Pexpong match. There's about a minute and 5 seconds remaining in the first period. No score. Again, this is for the third place spot on the podium. One loss in the tournament, and they're trying to wrestle back for the best position they possibly could get after suffering that tough loss yesterday. No score, 45 seconds remaining here in period one with Adrian Pexpong against Carey from Independence. Right out on the middle of the mat, both men good stance, trying to set up a shot.
Linden right now still leading 4-0, down to 33 seconds left in the second. Boyles will have choice going into the third. And just kind of, they work their way back to the middle. Not a whole lot of action at this point.
Looks like Carey might have lost, I don't know if he lost a contact or what there. He stopped the match. Now they're back underway. No score, 20 seconds remaining. Pexpong in on a nice outside single shot. Comes up. Oh, Carey does a nice job from Independence breaking that grip. 5 seconds remaining.
Period number 2 ends, and it is 4-0 still as Boyles has the choice, and he picks neutral. So they're both on their feet as we get this one. Boyles in on a double. Linden sprawls out.
On mat number 6, third place match, 132.
And they're going to stalemate him and bring him back to the middle.
Adrian's going to be in the top position. Carey comes to his feet as we start period number 2. Adrian does a great job of driving him forward, returning him to the mat. Once again, Carey comes to his feet, and he's actually going to get away and get the 1. So 1-0 now your score in favor of Carey from Independence in this second period.
Linden staying right near the middle of the mat, and Boyles kind of keeps. He's real defensive. He's trying to avoid anytime Linden even comes at him, he backs up a little bit. Does get in, tries to go to a double. Linden sprawls back, reaches back for an ankle. Does crossface, trying to reach back again, circling to the right. Got the still circling.
Over here on mat 3, carrying on a single on Pexpong. Again, Carey leading by a score of 1-0. Pexpong does a nice job of cross-facing whizzer. Carey still in on that leg.
They did stalemate Linden's match, and so they brought him back out. And right now, Linden tried to slide by, but they're going to go off the mat, and they will come back in with 26 seconds left. He's leading 4-0.
Over here on this mat, Adrian Pexpong trailing by 1, 30 seconds remaining here in the second period. Both men on their feet, center of the mat. Again, Carey leading by 1.
We're down to 17 seconds. A stall warning is going to be given to Linden. He sprawls back and just kind of hanging heavy on the head for the remaining. He's got 7 seconds.
Nice shot attempt over here on this mat by Carey. Adrian Pexpong going to whizzer hard, hip into him, and that's going to be the end of the period. Dan's not too happy down there. Apparently there's an issue with the clock.
Linden will finish his match with a 4-0 win, so he will get the 5th place spot. He'll be on the podium tonight, receiving 5th. And then that is going to Colin Sesker will be coming up here shortly, and then JT Kelso, and then that is going to wrap it up for us. But Yeah, they're still talking things over.
Dan's not too happy about something down there.
Third place match at 138.
All righty. Going into period number 2 with Adrian Pexpong going for third place here as we go into this second period. A 2 minutes up on the clock, and there we go underway. Pexpong in the down position. Nice job of coming up, getting out. It's now going to go 1-1, all knotted up here. Both men on their feet, ear to ear. Very low stance. Carey from Independence, a little head tapping going on. Nice shot attempt by Carey. Blocked off by Adrian Pexpong. Now he tries to switch to a double. He's gonna get it. Adrian Pexpong gonna give up a takedown. And Carey feels pretty confident, goes ahead and cuts him, and I'm probably gonna try in for another shot here. 4-2 now your score with 1:13 remaining. Third period. Both men on their feet, hand fighting. Again, Adrian Pexpong is trailing by 2 with right at 1 minute remaining here in the period. Really not been the aggressor. He's makes some half shots, but just not really gotten in on a good shot yet. Down to 45 seconds. There we go. Nice single, outside single by Adrian. Going to come around the hips. We're awful close there, but I'll tell you what, Carey's got him between the legs there, and he's going to have to do everything he can to break that grip. Adrian was hoping for some back points there, but he hadn't even collected the takedown yet. Got a little aggressive, and they basically went off mat. So back to the middle they come, both men on their feet.
Coach Gabrielson giving the officials the what for once again.
I think he was hoping to plead for an actual takedown there, but that Carey had a death grip. Stall call. Going to be a little too late, unfortunately. Adrian Pexpong's going to go down in defeat by a score of 4-2. Going to be your fourth place finisher. And over on your mat,
Linden won his match, so yeah, he will get fifth. Yes.
So we have the brothers got a fourth place finish and a fifth place finish. Pexpong brothers.
Adrian giving a little hug to Carey as they finish up. You know, that is one thing. He's a competitor, but he's a gracious competitor. You know, you got to like that.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, yeah, would he have liked to had third place? Absolutely. But he is. So Colin Sesker is our next wrestler up. We have just 2 left to talk about as far as actual matches go. But we do have we had 10 come down, and we'll kind of roll before we wrap the broadcast up today. We will roll through that also. So, but you know what? Here we go. I want to talk about this as well because Jake, we've talked about the cheerleaders. I'm going to go back to them real quick because we haven't mentioned any names. So, Hannah Wharton, Callie Wharton, they're cousins. Callie's a senior. Gabby Lara, Brooke. Let's see. Quinn Kruger, also a senior. Tegan Webb, and Kaylee Morris. And those the last 3 also seniors. So, really a great group of girls that were, and we just want to make sure that they're recognized. A couple younger ones in there that are going to be able to kind of keep things moving, keep that tradition moving along.
Hand the baton.
But losing a good group of seniors there as well. So we want to say thank you to them for all that they've done this year. And we're not wrapped up yet. We still have, like I say, Colin Sesker and JT Kelso. But in the meantime, I've had some nice conversations with some of the parents of wrestlers that did come down here. Of course, we had Cole Wibholm at 106, Estuardo Lopez at 113. At 120 was Paxton Redenius. And then Rylan Morgan at 165. Easton Byer at 175. Those guys did not make it to the podium this year, but oh yes, and Ryan Hartwig as well, 138. Now Ryan and Estuardo, both seniors, and then they will be they'll be missed next year. But the good news is there's some nice young men in the background that are ready to step in. So you've got next year, Cole will be a junior. Paxton will be a junior. Going through the list here. Let's see.
Now, of course, we're gonna miss Estuardo.
Estuardo, yep.
He's a senior, but you're thinking he may end up wrestling potentially down at one of the local community colleges.
Yeah, possibly Ellsworth. I think was an indication that might happen, which would be great if at all possible. That'd be kind of neat. I'd love to go see him on a different stage, so to speak. And then, of course, Ryan Hartwig. Ryan, a 3-time state qualifier. Seems like every time, though, he just got he was in a really tough bracket, and then always seems like a really horrible draw out the gate. And, I mean, great wrestler, great kid. And I know, like I said, he's going to be he will be missed next year just for his leadership, if nothing else. That alone is very outstanding. And then you have Colin Sesker. He'll be back in the. He's not done yet tonight, but he'll be a. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Is he a junior now?
Yeah. Junior. He will be.
Will be a junior. Yeah. And then Rylan Morgan also will be a junior.
And every
Easton
single one
Byer.
of these boys, young men, to come down here, number one, just to make it.
Yep.
But then to come through a 32-man bracket and to have won, as I was stating all week long, 1-2 before you lost 2, you got to win, more than 2, unfortunately, when you bump it to that 32-man bracket. And we had several of them with, 3 wins, 2 and 3 wins. And unfortunately, you're not here on the medal round today.
JT Kelso and Easton Byer both will be seniors next year. So, I mean, we really do have a good contingency coming back. And, yeah.
And potentially, some that are injured that, you got Campbell.
Yep. Well, and Reed Campbell came a long way this year as a freshman.
Boy.
Just
That's
such a
tough weight.
Oh, my gosh, to step into that. And yeah, I really, he handled himself very well, though, and you could see definite improvement as the season went on. So, he's going to be a factor next year as well. And we've got some good middle schoolers coming up as well. That's where it's going to get kind of exciting.
West Branch, Chase Grants, Assumption Davenport.
But once again, we have 2 more matches to bring you, and then that will wrap up our broadcast for the 2025-2026 season, because we don't have anybody in the finals, so we will not be bringing that to you tonight. But I'm going to head to another commitment, and
Colin Sesker should be coming up here shortly at the 157-pound weight class, and he did, in fact, wrestle Liam Weber yesterday, as a matter of fact. And this Weber from West Delaware over by Dubuque, pretty solid wrestler. So Sesker's going to have to come out shoes tied and ready to roll.
I had to laugh because in fact, I see Colin over on the side there pacing back and forth. he was talking with, say, some of the parents down on the next level of the arena and on the main concourse there, and they were the one that has known me for a long time, and she said, "Do you guys get as worked up?" She goes, "It sounds like it." She goes, "But," I said, "Oh, there are times, honestly, where I would almost say that we're up there trying to wrestle the match for him. Not to the extent like the coaches do, but we we've been doing this quite a while. You've been around Clarion Wrestling for quite a while. You a lot of people don't know this, but Jake was he was a Cornelia Carp. He was actually
Crawdads, Dave. We were the Cornelia Crawdads.
Crawdads. Okay, well,
Yeah.
he didn't necessarily recognize it because he actually wore a mask. But that was back when they still it was more like professional wrestling, kind of. They were doing.
I never did break the lineup, but man, I sure wanted. Yeah, I did cheer.
Did you? There was, but I mean, it's been it has been an interesting. I see our cheerleaders walking over here, so.
Yeah, there's Sesker there putting his he's got his headgear on and putting his shoulder straps up, and
he's ready to go. And I've said, I have been a huge fan of Cowboy Wrestling, coming up through some people like Joe Fitch over at Humboldt, and then when I was able to become part of this, I call it a wrestling family. I mean, it's really been kind of a unique thing to get into and to enjoy. We live vicariously through these young men that are out here giving their all and know how hard they work for it. Here we go, Colin Sesker.
Out on the mat, ready to rock and roll. Colin Sesker, 157-pounder for Clarion Goldfield Dow's Cowboys, up against Liam Weber from West Delaware. Sesker's wearing the red today. He came out here really with a kind of a pep in his step, like he's ready. He's just going to leave it on the mat. They're going to go off on the edge, back to the middle they come. Underway. Shot attempt by Weber in on a single, trying to come around the waist. Nice whizzer by Sesker there. Right on the edge of the mat. Now Weber trying to drag him in. He's tripping him back. Comes around the waist. He's going to pick up the 3. So Liam Weber for West Delaware, is going to go up by a score of 3-0. Goes ahead and cuts Sesker. So 3-1 now your score with 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining. 157-pounders. Wow, right in on another double. Liam Weber.
He just dropped down quickly.
Just dropped down, and it was no single switching off. He hit that double and drove right through. So 6-1 now your score with 50 seconds remaining here, first period. Real tight waist by Weber. Forward pressure, and Sesker just trying to get his base back underneath him. They're going to go off on the edge, back to the middle. They come with 33 seconds remaining here in this consolation match. Going for 5th and 6th place, the 2 men down in front of us. Shooting for 5th. Sesker in the down position. There's a whistle. Nice switch right on the whistle. Now he's looking for a neck wrench. Come on, buddy. Kick over. He's gonna pick up a reversal. Nice job. That neck wrench. Neck wrench kicked over and potentially was going to get some back points here, but hey, we'll take that reversal. So 6-3 now your score. Sesker forward pressure. Good job of having a nice tight waist there.
Staying on that left-hand side, yep.
Nice job. That neck wrench was there. And he popped it. Boy, he hit it hard.
He's going to take down to start the second period off. Because he's not leaving anything to chance. He had choice and he took it.
Here we go underway. 2 more minutes up on the clock and we're underway. Period number 2. 6-3 again, your score. Sesker trailing by 3. Down position, working on hand control. Weber cuts Sesker. There should be 1. Yes, 4-6 is now your score. Like to see a little more offense by Sesker. Head to head, just banging heads down there. Snap down attempt by Sesker. Now dropped in. Weber dropped in on outside single. Good whizzer by Sesker. Tries a forward roll and is going to give up that takedown.
Weber just had that thing locked on tight, though. He wasn't giving up.
So 9. So a 9-4. Yeah, that's correct. 9-4 the score. And Weber got a little out of position there. Sesker's trying to come out the back. At the very least, get one. There it is. 9-5 now your score. 45 seconds remaining, second period. And Sesker right in and out on outside single. Standing switch by Weber. No points for anyone yet. Sesker's still in on that leg. Weber just really hammering the crossface and got the toe. Trying to sneak around behind and pick up the points.
Sesker locked in on that leg, on that right leg, though, not giving up on that. They're going to stalemate him.
Bringing him back to the middle with 15 seconds remaining here. Second period against Sesker, trailing by a score of 9-5. Both men up on their feet, head to head, right off the whistle. Ten seconds remaining.
Now wrestling on mat number 1, third place match at 165. Jacob Picardo, Shenandoah.
And that's how we're going to end our second period. 9-5 your score. Weber from West Delaware over in Manchester. Going to be leading again by a score of 9-5. 2 minutes back up on the clock, and here we go underway in this third and final period. Both men on their feet. Shot attempt blocked off. Weber in on a return shot, working a 2-on-1. Again, another shot attempt by Weber. Sesker does a nice job of counter shot. Was a nice ankle pick attempt. He didn't accomplish it. Now another duck under type shot by Sesker. Opens up the side there, and Weber's going to be in on a shot. Does come around the waist, but no points. There it is. So now 12-5 in favor of Weber from West Delaware. A minute remaining here in this third and final period. Weber just kind of clamoring on. Referee in there.
I'd say neither wrestler was actually doing a whole heck of a lot at that point. Conlon does get his hips underneath him again, and but Weber staying right on his hips and driving him forward, trying to flatten him back out. Switches to the left side. Down to 25 seconds left to go in this match.
Blake Mather, West Delaware, Manchester. Brody Booman, Assumption Davenport. Mather of West Delaware. Booman of Assumption Davenport. Now wrestling on mat number 2 at 175.
And with 10 seconds remaining, they're right on the edge.
West Delaware has 3 men out on the mat right now. Wow.
That ends the match. Colin Sesker will drop this one 12-5. So he will get
sixth place.
Sixth place, yes. So the Cowboys with a 4th and 2 fifths.
4th, a 5th, and a 6th.
6th, yeah, 6th. You're right.
Yes.
Yeah, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Yes, you're correct. So JT Kelso coming up. He's our last wrestler for the day. And he should be along here shortly.
Yeah, they've got a few bouts in that 157 range still out there, but they have a few up in that 175 range. So 6 mats out there today. Now, when we finish up, 3A will come out and wrestle. And once they're done, then they'll clear the building and they'll bring it down to 3 mats.
3 right down the middle, and then they'll get the TV cameras all set and ready to go. And it is back on, I believe, on public television. The finals are.
Yes, I believe.
So, which I'm glad, because that's quite honestly where I thought it needed to be for quite a while. But
little bit of a story. I yesterday was walking, I think, to try to find coffee, and I ran into Jim Millboy Miller from the claim to fame from Waverly, Iowa, coach up there, Wartburg, for many years, and also Tim Johnson, whom is the basically one of the announcers tonight. And they happen to know my brother John from broadcasting, and from John takes a lot of photography. But long story long, my brother tends to do selfies with all these different wrestling coaches and wrestlers around the country. And so Tim Johnson goes, "Hey, how about we do a selfie and send it to your brother?"
There you go.
So that was kind of, but I'll tell you, I'm with you, Dave. I'm excited about having that. Whether it's on Iowa Public Television or whomever, I'm just glad it's not on some ESPN or something to where the average person can't watch it.
Fox Sports Chicago.
Yeah.
Like the 1 year. Yeah, that was, it was an experiment. I think that, but they've learned, and I think they've got the Athletic Association is, they've done a lot with this tournament, and they have got, Coach Beeman from Humboldt was saying yesterday, there's still some fine tuning we need to do, some tweaking that we need to do with the tournament itself. I personally miss the sectionals, and I understand they want to give more wrestlers an opportunity to make it to state, but I thought that there was it was a tried and true process that I thought worked very well. But once again, just my opinion.
It's hard for me, and it's going to take some time to get my head around someone being at state and having a record of 3-2 at state.
Exactly.
And coming up short. Old dog, new tricks, I guess.
It's a little. It's kind of like Casey Center. We got to adapt, at least for 9 more years, because it's a 10-year contract on this, and I don't think that they'll back out, but who knows at any point in time. But
reminder to all medalists, top 8 place winners each weight class. Please report for the Grand March no later than 5 p.m.
Got a few 215-pounders out on the mat, and I see Kelso's pretty much ready to roll, putting his headgear on, so we have to be getting awfully close.
We've got to be getting close.
The third place match at 190. Thomas Sexton, Decorah. Brendan Lampers, Sioux Center. Sexton, Decorah. Lampers, Sioux Center. Now wrestling on mat number 5, wrestling for third.
And you said he's got Kleppy? Is that correct?
That is correct. From North Fayette Valley, which is over on that Mississippi River, up that kind of towards Decorah.
I have over the years have found you. So you got North Fayette Valley. There's Clayton Ridge up there. I did a basketball game for them several years ago. Speaking of, Cowboys will be playing on Monday the 24th, and we will try to bring you that game. We're going to check and see. There are some things that we have to get permission to be there. We'll not. We'll see what they say. They're usually pretty good about.
Is that a postseason deal or what?
It is a postseason, yes. And technically, we could do video, but they have an agreement, and I'm not sure if that includes postseason or not, with a video firm that that does not allow for anybody else to come in. But like I said, I don't know if that includes postseason or if that's just regular season. That's things that are going to be checked out, and we'll kind of let you know what kind of happens there. So.
Sioux Center. Hope of Carroll. Cam of Sioux Center. Now wrestling on mat number 6, the wrestling for 7 at 285.
One step closer. Kelso for the Cowboys again, wrestling Kleppe from North Fayette Valley.
They were pacing around, getting himself ready to go, mentally prepared to hit the mat.
Yeah, looking here at Kleppe, he had a first round bye, but his matches were awful close. A 4-1 match. I guess then he did have a fall in his second match there. It was 3-3, and he ended up with the fall. Then he got beat 6-1 to come to the backside. So Kelso's in his red singlet. He's ready to roll.
He's got his white shoes on, though. He's not wearing the green ones today.
Oh, aren't they? I think they look kind of green.
Do they?
Yeah, they kind of look mint green.
That could be. Maybe, yeah. But I know that was usually his go-to. Maybe it's just the lighting and I'm seeing, or I need more coffee.
Poor
could
lighting.
Be some of it,
I found the coffee this morning. I went down to the coach's room. There's a media area down there, and right next door is the coach's room, and I got the blessing to go grab a cup of Joe. Made my day. Didn't help my throat at all, but such is life.
Been a lot of talking these last couple days. I know I got up this morning, I was a little scratchy too, and but I went through my vocal exercises on my way in this morning.
Good deal.
Which basically.
Now, were you going to be singing the national anthem this evening? Did I hear that?
Probably not. But I will say that there have been some times where I did practice because I thought I was going to have to. But I'll tell you what, the group of ladies from Roland Story.
Boy, they were good.
Oh, my gosh. That was, amazing.
Sounded like a recording studio.
It did. They did such a great job last night. I was
double
so
quartet. There's like 8 of them.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, they nailed it.
And they tour a lot with this group, and there's several others that there's other groups. A lot of and it's split. They have seniors, juniors, and a couple sophomores. So yeah, I thought it was pretty impressive.
Brian Snyder, Centerville. Oscar Potter, Wilbur Granger. Snyder.
I was not in the arena for today's, so I was out on my way. I was in the elevator actually when it was going on. So,
well, they've all been good.
Yeah, they have. That's one thing the Athletic Association also does a really good job of. They audition a lot of people, and they have to select who they figure out to be the best of the best. And I put it out of the park. We haven't had anybody that you're like, ooh, wow. No head shaking moments as far as the anthem goes, which has been great. And nobody broke out into "Oh Canada" or like that, which
thank goodness. Although we do have a Canada flag here.
There is, yep.
Welcoming our neighbors to the north.
I think that's for hockey when they're in town, maybe.
Now, if anyone is coming down this evening for session 7, the award ceremony, there's quite a few awards that give out for retirements, for people that have been involved in the Wrestling Association or going into the Hall of Fame. There's, I believe, 8 new candidates that are going into the Iowa Wrestling Hall of Fame. That begins at 5:15, the award ceremony, and then at 5:30 is the Grand March. And if you get the opportunity to see that, whether it's on TV or live, boy, oh boy, it's worth the admission. calling 3A 13-pounders. So we're moments away from seeing Kelso come out on the mat.
One more thing I want to bring up, and this has been near and dear to our hearts as well as anybody in the Clarion area, and of course wrestling in Iowa, for the most part by and large. But I saw a post yesterday from Jeremy Abbas, and it was a picture of Reed and his wife now. Actually, they were with Dan McCool, and Dan was always down here. Dan would come to our home meets, and the conversations that he and I had is just amazing. He was such a font of knowledge, and really miss having that opportunity to sit and talk with him, and even spend some time with him down here at the state wrestling tournament. So, just want to give him another shout out. That even though it's been a few years now, we still like to
acknowledge the great ones.
Yes.
I believe you can still pick up his book.
Yes.
I think he actually has several books.
Yes, he did.
Quite the man. Dan McCool, Clarion alumni. Probably class of 77, right in that range. Pretty sure. I think he was about Greg Chapman's age. Greg Chapman, state champion, not here, but next door in
Canada.
In Canada. Veterans Auditorium back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, the old vets. Looks nothing like it used to, but
no, it does not.
That ring that sat around where the broadcasting was just in a big ring around the arena. And I will say this is probably a much better design than that.
Woodward Granger, Boothie of Glenwood, Paula Marino, Woodward Granger, now wrestling on mat number 5, wrestling for third at 285. Up on mat number 3, 7th place match at 215, Danny Small, Center Point, Urbana, Cody Kepke, Denver.
So we're getting close. We're at the 215 now. So JT will be coming up next. And we will have that match for you. And then, once again, like I said, that's going to finish out our broadcast day. Not our broadcast season yet for wrestling, yes, but wow. Feet to back over on mat number 3.
Was that ever. 38 seconds.
We saw that.
Might have one here in front of us as well.
Class 1A, there was a Matthew Crimmins from St. Edmunds, so a North Central Conference wrestler, twice tossed his opponent feet to back, and he got the
attention of everybody in the building.
He did, and he got the fall after the second one. So, and that was pretty cool to watch. But what really got me then after that was the next two guys that stepped out on the mat. Same thing. I was talking with some guys down the end there, and they're like, "Is there a magnet in the mat that's pulling these guys?" Because I think there was 3 matches in a row.
Right in a row, yep, right on that mat number 1.
Bing, bing, bing.
They've already got 3A out on mat number 6 over there, so I'm sure because of track wrestling, Kelso's already in the system for a particular mat, so they're sliding by that match and going right into the 106 and 113 pounders for class 3A.
Yeah, once everything's put into track, especially in a big tournament like that, I mean, can it be changed? Yes, but then it kind of throws other things
better
out
off
of whack.
Not messing with the system.
Yeah. So as we have seen a lot.
Wood. I still see red, so that's a good thing.
Yes, we're still good at this point.
Tell you one thing, I've gotten to where I look at my phone more often. There's times I broadcast. I think at the Excel Center. I didn't realize we were having any issues, and
well, that. Oh, yeah, it'll be great.
Here we go.
All right. Yep. JT making his way out. Here come the cheerleaders.
Alrighty, if you're just joining us, Jake Johnson, Dave Stein at the Casey's Center here in lovely Des Moines, Iowa.
JT Kelso checking in on mat number 1.
Again, as mentioned earlier, he's going to be up against Kleppy from North Fayette Valley over north of Dubuque, kind of towards that Decorah area. Kelso is out on the mat with his mint green shoes. Out on the mat, and we are underway. 285-pound weight class. Class 2A. 5th place battle right out on the mat in front of us. Kelso with his classic headlock. Nose to nose, ear to ear. Kelso tries to jack his opponent up, stretch him out. A little bit, didn't feel like too comfortable there apparently, so he pulled away, stepped back. Now he's back into that same front headlock. Trying to get his opponent stretched out and potentially trip him. Kelso steps through. Now his opponent tries to hip into him. Oh, Kelso tripping between the legs, trying to get his opponent over on that left foot, get him off balance. Kelso even in on ankle pick there. Just don't see that very often. Again, Kelso's got that locked up, trying to step through his opponent. Trying to do the same right back to him. Kelso gives that up. Now they're head to head. They go off mat and they're going to come back to the middle.
40 seconds remaining in the first period. No score as of yet.
Boy, there's a couple spots there where either way could have gone.
Yeah, you're either living large or you're going to be counting lights because it was close either way.
Again, no score here with JT Kelso's match. 15 seconds remaining here, first period. Boy, they're ear to ear, just really bulldogging back and forth. Kelso got a double overhook. Now goes back into that front headlock. That's going to be the end of your first period.
Still scoreless, and choice is going to Kelso. He's going to defer. Nope. Check that. He starts to put his hands up. He's going to defer, and then he looks over at the coaches, and they're like, go down. So he's going to go to the down position. I think they want to just get that point taken care of now so there's not any question. 1 point escape or a 2 point reversal, whichever.
Also tripods up. His opponent tries to pressure forward and hip into him. Kelso up on his feet, trying to get away, get the one, and he does, in fact, pick up the one right on the edge of the mat. They go off mat back to the middle. They'll both be on their feet. 1 minute, 40 seconds remaining here in period 2. Kelso leading by 1. Headlock by Kleppy slipped off. Kelso did a nice job of dropping down on a single. Now his opponent turns in, and oof, that could have been ugly there. They go off on the edge of the mat. Back to the middle they come. JT Kelso leading by 1. Minute 15 seconds remaining here, period 2. Kelso tries to drive his opponent's nose into the mat. It's got that front headlock stretching him out. Boy, if he could have reached down and grabbed that ankle, that kid was back on his heels.
53 seconds left in the second, still 1-0. Kelso right back to that front headlock again.
The kid's going to be tired after this match.
Yeah.
The referee's up there kind of chirping. See some action here. Again, under, over. Both wrestlers. Now Kelso tries to hip into his opponent, trip him to the left. Now Kleppe comes in and has it locked behind the back, and they go off on the edge of the mat. So upper body activity, really kind of the game of the day here. Back underway with 15 seconds period 2. Both men on their feet right out in the middle there.
Now wrestling on mat number 5, 7th place match at 113.
Now that wraps up 2 periods. The third and final period comes. Kleppe will have choice. It's almost a given he was going to go take down. I mean,
Kelso out to the side, was going to work for the side cradle. Kleppe able to come up to his feet and get the one all knotted up 1-1 here in this third period.
GT locking around once again. Headgear comes off.
The head down and ripped his opponent's headgear off.
Is that an ear? Oh, no, never mind. Sorry.
Fixing up the headgear there.
And it might be broken.
Oh, buddy. Tape it on.
Once again, the Cowboy basketball team still in the hunt. They will be
Vincent Moore, Valley, West Des Moines. Lucas Reeder, Pleasant Valley. Moore of Valley, West Des Moines. Reeder,
they will be playing
Valley. Now wrestling
on Monday.
Fifth place match at 106.
Looks like they're getting the headgear figured out. That's a good thing.
They will play Southeast Valley. And Southeast Valley 20-1 on the season. The Cowboys 15-8. 7 p.m. on the 24th. And I believe that will, I'm not sure if that's going to be at Southeast Valley or it'll be a neutral site.
Both men back out in the middle. Got the headgear all figured out. We have exactly 1 minute remaining here in this third and final period. There goes the headgear again.
Now wrestling on mat number 6, third place.
Both men bulldogging, trying to vie for position there. Got that front headlock. Right over on the edge of the mat. The good job of Kelso backing a little bit to circle, basically back to the middle of the circle. JT in on a double attempt on the edge, going to drive his opponent Kleppe off the mat. So with 35 seconds remaining, they're going to be, again, still knotted up 1-1. Back to the middle they come. JT with an underhook. His opponent tries to snap down JT's head, and JT just too strong. Down to 15 seconds remaining here in this third period, 1-1, all tied up.
Kleppe does start finally moving forward. For a while there, he wasn't circling back. He just kept kind of backing away. And they haven't said anything.
Overtime here, Dave.
Yep, again. JT says, hey, I'm here. I'm going to get my money's worth on this mat.
Get my steps in.
Yeah, we're going to go overtime.
Overtime, both men on their feet. 1 minute on the clock. And we're underway. Underhook headlock by Kelso once again. This Kleppe from North Fayette Valley really does a nice job of countering. 27 seconds remaining again in this first overtime period. Shot attempt by Kleppe, and he's going for it. He's going for the headlock there. Now Kelso steps through. Boy, they are just going at it. 7 seconds remaining.
That'll be the 2-on-1, and we are going to end that overtime period. Still tied up. Choice is Kleppe. He'll take down.
And second period of overtime. Now is a 30-second period, and we're underway. Kelso ends up releasing Kleppe, or better yet, Kleppe comes to his feet and gets the one. Now Kelso working upper body. Kleppe now tries to toss Kelso on the edge of the mat. Did they award the...
I'm not sure if they awarded the points or not.
Looks like it.
They did. 5-1 to JT now, down with 6 seconds remaining in this period. He'll still have his 30 seconds.
That was a quick flurry there. That could have gone once again either way.
Kelso's going to take neutral. Maybe. We're going with the coaches.
30 seconds to make up at least four points.
So Kelso's going to take up. Maybe they're thinking that cradle, maybe, try to put him into that near side cradle. I don't know.
Immediately to his feet is Kleppe. Going to come out and get the one. So score now goes 6-1.
His coaches are saying, stay away, don't do anything. Run away, run circles.
Well, he could take several stall calls and be just fine. Kelso's going to go for the gusto here. Got the head, but boy, he doesn't have it very tight there. And that's going to be your match. 2 seconds, 1, 6-2.
So JT Kelso will finish sixth.
Correct.
Sixth. So, okay.
4th, 5th, and 2 sixth place finishers.
There we go. So we will have 4 on the podium, a 4th, a 5th, and 2 sixth place finishers. You can catch that once again, public television tonight. And watch for your Cowboy wrestlers. Once again, Cowboy basketball. They are going to be playing Southeast Valley. I don't see where that's going to be for sure, but that will be for the district championship. So anyway, we'll have that Monday possibly. Keep an eye on Facebook for more information. Real quick, let's thank sponsors. So that would include Sports Graphics, Out of My Mind Designs, Meyer Ag Services, First Bank, Uniquely Chic Inspirations with Crystal Engstrom, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Midwest Warehouse Solutions, First Citizens Bank, Fuel, North Iowa Real Estate, Hagee Manufacturing, Wright County Insurance, along with Andrew and Katie Odlett, Galt Real Estate LLC, Jason Boyd, Paradigm Benefits, Prairie Energy Cooperative, Reed and Brittany Redenius. Then our postseason's broadcast sponsors, Allison Linehan, Amy Monson, Beth Jackson, Beth Ott, Denise Morgan, Jill Campbell, Judy Kirstein, Judy Thompson-Weir, Kyle Frink, Nancy Jacobs, Sarah Hansen, The Brew, and Tom and Dawn Butler. I want to thank all of those fine sponsors for bringing you wrestling from the Casey Center and the State Wrestling Championships. And we have an update. Cowboys finishing 7th, was that correct?
31 points, Decorah.
Yeah, the top three there actually didn't change. Decorah out front in number 1, Eddyville, Blakesburg. Fremont is in second place, followed by Alburnett. Fourth would be Wilton. And Cowboys end up today in 7th place as a team.
Well, that's going to wrap this one up, Jake. Thank you very much for everything, your expertise.
I don't know about that. It's I'm just glad to help out any way I can, and it's fun, selfishly fun to see all this great wrestling and see the boys compete and improve and grow and learn and even stuff that really, as you mentioned, some of the kids in their graciousness helping up an opponent, patting them on the back or giving them a little hug. That's turning them into men and being good people of the world. So I guess I just want to say thanks to you and the boosters, as well as all of the support, the folks that help make this happen, and those of you that chime in and say, hey, you guys are having issues with your mics, etc. Again, it takes everyone. So
it is.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks a lot, Jake. That's going to wrap things up. I will talk to you hopefully Monday night from someplace with some basketball. But thank you to all of our wrestling families who have allowed us to come in and be a part of the whole run to the state tournament and beyond. So good things coming, even for next year. I always kind of look ahead a little bit when we get towards that end. And as we talked earlier, we are going to be missing a few seniors out of the lineup, but really a solid group coming back. So, well, that'll wrap things up from here. Once again, thanks to our sponsors, and we will talk to you again possibly Monday night right here on CGDsports.net.